Hello, welcome to Shine Your Light. My name is Amber, and this is going to be the intuitive energies and messages for February of 2024. This month feels like it's full of potential to me. I feel kind of a mixture of different emotions and kind of a roller coaster of energy. Like some days it's feeling like, ready to go, and then other days just feeling like rest. You might hear my dog in the background here. When tuning in, the first thing that I had seen was one of those children's farm toy sets, and it was all set up like a farm, and everything had its place like a working farm, and everything's kind of connected with each other. And then I saw a piece being removed out of that farm, and the message that came with this was, if you remove a piece, or if something changes, or if something is no longer there that once was, then we need to adapt and change in order to keep everything in working order. And the message was, that's kind of what we are doing right now in our own worlds, in our individual lives, and as a collective. Everything can still run in working order, but there will be changes, and we will need to adapt in certain ways at certain times, and we will have to adjust and make changes. But that doesn't stop the flow of life and our lives. The next thing I had seen was a crescent moon in a night sky above a body of water. And this felt like it represented emotions, and that in February, emotions of all kinds could be kind of running on high at times. If you can try to be mindful of your own reactions and words, maybe take some extra time before responding or reacting, I think that would be a good idea, especially the first half of the month. Also, try to have an understanding of others if you see other people in high emotion. If they're in a reactive state, try not to fuel the fire unless it's something that you need to stand up for or hold a boundary with. Especially when it comes from something from a social media or a news media or any kind of questionable source, even gossip. Try to have a little extra consciousness and awareness on yourself, and I think that that can help keep things running a little more smoothly this month. I asked Spirit, how can we become more in touch with our hearts and living from our heart this month? And the answer was connection. Connection of all kinds. It could be romantic pairings. I know we do have Valentine's Day this month, but this really didn't have anything to do with that. This could also be friendships, loved ones, family members. If there's a friend you haven't reached out to, or even one that you have, I saw a flash of friends smiling and laughing together. Reach out to them. Reach out to family members or someone you feel close to, and maybe just make that extra connection, even if it's over the phone, even over text. If you can get together in person, then that would be great. Also, you can make that connection with your pets. Have an intentional time that you just kind of spend with them If you are able to spend some time in nature, that would be a good connection too. There was an emphasis on making an effort to connect with yourself this month as well. And this could include doing something special for yourself. Do something that's kind of like a little treat. It doesn't have to be much. Even if what you need is just a little quiet time to kind of go within. And also make an effort to connect with your spirit guides or your spirit team. Know that they are with you every step of the way, even when you are feeling alone. Water may help make this connection a little easier also. If you are able to relax in a bath or a shower, or even set the intention when you're doing something with water, like doing the dishes. Talk to them. Talk to your team spirit. Talk to your spirit guides. Talk to your ancestors. And just see what you notice. You can do this right in your head. You don't have to speak out loud if you don't want to. But if you're alone and you want to, give it a try. A couple mornings ago, I was driving to work and a message came in for February, and it was restorative energy and a restoration in balance is happening. The balance within ourselves, the balance is starting to have this restoration period. I feel like in the collective, we still have a lot to get through in the world, but this feels like things are moving in that direction. The word restorative was really significant to me because if something needs some restoration, something about it is either off, not in its prime state, it's a little worn down, not in the best working order, but there is still that ability and potential to be healed or renewed, updated. And I feel like many of us will be working on a rebalancing with ourselves this month, making some changes, adjustments, working towards a feeling of a life of more well-being or a renewal in our lives. There could just be one or two things that you've been thinking about that you wondered about maybe making some adjustments or changes with yourself. This would be a good month to do that. This could be health changes, a change in your mindset, your emotional or physical body improvements. This could also be in our intentions or awareness, being a little more aware, having discernment. It could be about boundaries, being a little bit more conscious in ways that we see our lives and in the world. I've never done this with an intuitive energies video, but I did go ahead and pull a card before I started recording, and the card that came out was from the Messenger of Spirit Oracle deck, and it was Loved Ones in Spirit. Your ancestors are visiting. It's time to heal old limiting beliefs and patterns. And I just felt like this was a really good card for February. I feel like this one was really emphasizing that there are changes that occur in life with every generation. And our ancestors don't expect us to stick to traditions that they have always done. really in spirit, they encourage us to create our own traditions and to do something that is of betterment for ourselves, our family, the world around us. Our ancestors in spirit understand how limiting some of the beliefs that have been held over the years are. They may not have known that in life, and that's how we kind of work with traditions, is just keep doing it because it's always been done this way. Just keep doing it the same way. But they want us to grow and expand and be creative. They support us in creating and making new traditions, especially when they are ones that will benefit us and others overall. I felt like this card really kind of went along with the change aspect too. And being a girl from a small town and growing up on a small farm, not with a ton of animals, I felt like that kind of went along with that too, because a lot of ancestors, that were farmers, they kind of got set in their ways and they do things a certain way and just didn't change it much unless they needed to. But at this point in our evolution and our consciousness and our lives, there's no reason not to adapt and change when it's for the betterment of all. Also, with this card, it made me think about the connection part of this message as well. Our ancestors are all around us, and connecting to them may be easier than what many people think. They're always giving us signs and synchronicities. Sometimes it's just a matter of us noticing them. I hope this helps, and I wish you the very best for February of 2024. And thank you so much for being here and watching and listening. I really appreciate you. Until next time.